What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Jordy, and welcome back to some more F1 25 driver career mode for the Belgian Grand Prix of Season 3, Episode 50 of this series. But if you missed last episode at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone Reverse, we had a decent time of it, to be fair, a lot better than I thought we would, as we got a P3. To be fair, we got a pretty good result in Season 2 as well, at both Silverstone Grand Prix, and this time we were only able to muster up a P3. We might have had to pace for more, but Leclerc was too quick, and Carlos Sainz was dominant in the Williams, which briefly was on top of the R&D charts, which is now once again McLaren, as Williams had to remove a part going into Silverstone. Didn't really hurt them anyway, as Sainz was able to pick up the win. And yeah, Williams looking quite strong, that is for sure. It will only be a matter of time before Williams do overtake us in the constructors standings, as Tsunoda isn't doing the greatest. However, we are still in the championship fight, quite a while away, but we are now going into a sprint weekend at Spa, which, yeah, there'll be a lot of points up for grabs, especially for the winners of each one. If you place well in the sprint and then place well in the race, that's going to be a lot of points up for show. And as we go towards the Belgian Grand Prix, we've got a front nose upgrade coming in, a major upgrade for the aerodynamics.
New parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Alright, big upgrade going into the weekend, of course, and now we hit the 24th. Williams once again have a part removed from the car, so Williams once again trying to make a big upgrade going into a weekend, and once again Williams have had to have a part taken off them, so that's no good at all. And McLaren once again back on top. Ferrari making a comeback in terms of the R&D chart, so they're right back up there. Both Red Bull cars, the bottom two on the grid, absolutely crazy times. V-Carb, I don't think I've made a single upgrade all season. I've got no idea. Yeah, they've not made an upgrade since Spain. I have no idea what's going on with them. They've just completely stagnated. Looks as though well, the R&D chart hasn't fully updated just yet, so we'll have to actually jump into the weekend. Let's get some of these done. We could do any of these. Like, these are easy. We'll do that one, and then that one. Okay, cool. Let's go into the weekend then, and then we can have a proper look at the R&D charts. First of all, I'm actually gonna check my audio. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Alright, Belgium. This has always been a circuit that we've done well at. In fact, I'm pretty sure we have a near 100% record. I think we lost the Belgian sprint last season, so there is a good chance that this one will be more difficult, as the difficulty has only gone up since then. Of course, I can't remember what difficulty we were at in Season 1, but I know we were 102 last season, and we are 104 this season. And yeah, as it's a sprint weekend, we only get one practice session. Looks as though sprint and qualifying will be in the wet. I don't know the chances of it. It looks like we're going to be starting in the rain, and then it will transition. Sorry, we are starting in the dry and then transitioning to the rain, and then quali is totally in the rain. So that's really a really interesting weekend. Let's go into the progress history now and look at that. Everybody is as close as ever, pretty much. We're not really far off. And again, as you guys know, this is all just zoomed in, right? So yeah, McLaren, Ferrari, Williams, all smushed together. We are not far behind. Haas, Alpine, Mercedes, pretty much in the same spot. Sauber not too far behind. Red Bull not too far behind. And it's only V-Carb that have some catching up to do, of course. Got no idea what's going on with them. Maybe towards the end of the season we'll see some big upgrades from them. Maybe they're waiting for the new regulations. Who knows? We'll have to find out later on in the season. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. We've got some R&D points to spend. Yeah, 1,188, and I did say I wanted to up the DRS a lot more. So not the DRS, the aerodynamics. So I don't know what we're going to go for. We could go with any one of these really. These are only minor parts though. We could go with... I definitely want to go with a major part, that's for sure. So we might actually just try to go for this one and get it before Zandvoort. This is for the diffuser. What's the one up here? Drag reduction. Streamlined suspension arms. This one doesn't come until after Zandvoort, so I won't worry too much about that one. And then we've got the DRS maximum slot gap. I think we're going to go with the diffuser side fences and rush that. There's a 55% failure chance, which isn't the worst in the world. There is obviously more chance that it will fail, but if it can apply to the car, we're going to be, like, I think the best in aerodynamics, because we've also got the diffuser side fences coming in, which I think absolutely will come in before Zandvoort. So even if this one fails, you know, we'll still be pretty good. That being said, if they do both come in, that might give us such a big boost that we might actually have to remove an upgrade from the car, which we haven't had to do yet. So I'm curious to see how that will work. But without further ado, it's time to get into our only free practice session. We've got track acclimatization, race strategy, and ERS management to do. So, yeah, let's get to it. My hair is a total mess right now. I don't know what's going on with it. I am going for a bath after this video, so I won't be so bad.
Fully immersed in the beautiful Ardennes forest in Belgium, surely one of the most iconic tracks of them all, it's practice time here at Spa-Francorchamps.
I cannot believe, I probably mentioned this last time as well, but I cannot believe that they are cycling out Spa in the 2027 season. Like, that is just absolute insanity from the FIA. But hopefully we won't have to worry about that in terms of the game. I know in F1 27 we won't be able to have Spa for our first season, which is such a shame.
Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, track's green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temp and get yourself in the zone.
Alright, so we've only got hards and softs available for us in this only practice session of the weekend. We'll get track acclimatization done just to get used to it, then we'll do race strategy, but we'll probably skip out on ERS management. We've got 2 aerodynamic upgrades coming in for the next weekend, so perhaps we won't need those extra R&D points anyway. Here we are at the beautiful Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. My favourite circuit on the calendar, absolutely. And one we've always gone well at. The tyre's still warming up though. These tyres still relatively cold. So I wonder how the sprint's going to go. It does start out in the dry, but it goes into the wet. So I'm guessing we'll be pitting, perhaps? Maybe we start on the inters? I've got no idea. I think we'll start on the softs and go to inters. At least judging by the forecast. Nope. This car just does not want to steer.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Alright, not bad, but we need to save these hard tyres for race strategy, so it's good we got that out in one lap. Because now we could just go in and get race strategy started right away. Doesn't really like to steer at all. These hard tyres are dreadful. Oh yeah, we got a new turbocharger in for this weekend, by the way, for extra power. He's getting near 50% anyway, like the ICE last weekend, so it's time to go. Yeah, these hard tyres don't feel very good. At all. A lot of McLaren fans, it looks like. Lots of orange out there. Alright, I think Yuki's off out now. Let's do the race strategy on hards. And we'll just do a flying lap. We'll turn down front brake bias as well. Just to make the car feel a little looser. Or a little more loose is what I should be saying. Alright, not a bad first lap. Car feels definitely stiff and heavy, but these are the hard tyres after all. Even then, I don't really remember them being this bad. Beautiful. Absolutely love it when I get that section right. I used to really struggle on that in F1 23 until I really practiced. Ooh, Aiden Jackson goes quickest. in the Red Bull. I mean, obviously track evolution comes into play, but still, he's beat out Verstappen. Not that that means a whole lot. Verstappen's had a really troubled season at Ferrari so far. In his second season at that team. Anyway, this is our last lap of practice. And then we got just racing from there on out. Qualifying, well, sprint qualifying, sprint qualifying, and then the race.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some
quicker than
excellent
Verstappen
data with
that
that run,
time.
so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
We're using a lot of ERS though, so I don't think it means anything. Yeah, these tyres get cold. And not the inner part, the outer part, it just gets really cold for some reason. I don't know what it is. Our tyres are just no good around here.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Okay, that's practice done. Alright. I wonder how many R&D points we'll be getting from that as well.
And that's it. Practice
Should be a
is
decent
officially
amount.
over. Until next.
Sonoda's not looking relatively quick. I mean, this car is a complete boat, so it will really struggle on certain corners. Unfortunately. That's just how it goes. I wonder how the F126 cars are going to be. Obviously, it's just the DLC for this, but, like, the handling is going to be totally different. So I wonder if we won't have the same issues with those cars as we did with these ones multiple seasons into the career mode, where they just become complete and utter boats. Hopefully, like, they're, you know, no matter how much power we put in them, they still are pretty good handling-wise. I really hope so, right? Because, yeah, these get really hard to drive when you get 3 seasons in. First couple of seasons are fine. It's only towards the end of Season 2 where things start to get a bit more difficult, but then Season 3 with the maxed out cars for the majority of players, it's just, oh, they are absolutely dreadful to drive, I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, Max Verstappen definitely struggling in this second season at Ferrari, only 66 points behind Carlos Sainz in the Williams. So yeah, Verstappen, he's not had a good result since Imola, where he won that race. So he'll be hoping... I mean, Belgium's always been a good track for Verstappen, so he'll be hoping he can start clawing back, but he might be out of the title race at this point. I'm pretty sure. I mean, like, we're about halfway through the season now, so it will take a miracle for Verstappen to actually win the championship at this point. For ourselves, we're still in it just about, but as things go, I think we'll be out of the race by Texas. And, you know, then it will just be between Leclerc and Norris. And I'm leaning more towards Leclerc. Leclerc's been really good this season. We'll see, though. You know, again, we're only halfway through the season. We're still in the fight. So let's get into sprint quali. I think I usually only do like 1 lap of sprint quali. I don't know. I think we only have 1 set of softs, so...
High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
I mean, usually I go out on the mediums just to see how they feel, but I reckon we'll be fine. Oh, that's a rare cutscene. Why am I hugging everybody? What's the occasion? That is rare, though. They did add loads of new ones for F1 24 and, by extension, 25, but yeah, a lot of them I didn't really see because they seem to be rare. You usually just see the same ones, but yeah, okay, right. Let's put that fuel load right down, and then I think we can keep everything more or less the same. Maybe put this down a bit. Yeah, okay. Alright, I think we're cool. Let's just skip ahead because we only have like 1 set of softs. So, I mean, I didn't even use the FP1 softs, so you know, you may as well have just used that. Okay, very mixed people going in and out, but let's go.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Sprint quali. This one's a bit more difficult than normal quali because instead of a top 10 you want to get like a top 8 because only 8 drivers score points in the sprint. So P10, P9, not good enough. Well, by the way, I forgot to show you guys, but I actually changed part of the helmet. I wonder if it will let me go to... Yeah, there we go. I changed a part of the helmet. Obviously, after we were done with Britain, it was time to go back to the actual, like, colours. But I made a little bit of a change to the side of the helmet. So, usually the side part here, where it says K Monomic, usually this would be... black, you know, but I decided to make it purple instead. I thought it just looked better. I don't know, man. I just feel like it looks better if the black part seems like it's a sticker on top. I don't know, man. I just thought it looked a little better. Just a slight little tweak to our Season 3 helmet, but I quite like the change. Callie's not done well in the Red Bull. P17 for her. Okay.
and we've been pushed down to P20.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We usually go pretty strong around here. I think this is our first lap on the softs as well, around Spa, so we might not have the same issues as we had on the hards. I hope not, anyway. I guess we'll have to find out. Oh, also, the Red Bull livery got revealed, both of them. I think V-Carb went a bit boring. Well, obviously, it's not a bad livery. I absolutely love the livery. The livery is the whole reason why we started at V-Carb on this year's game. But, yeah, I thought they'd try something different. Red Bull, on the other hand, the senior team, wow. It's like a mix of, like, the new and the old. And I'm a really big fan of that car. I won't lie. I'm excited to see what the rest of the teams do. If Red Bull can change, what are the rest of the teams going to do, you know? Hopefully McLaren don't do the same thing, because that was a bit boring last year. But anyway, here we go.
We've dropped to P20.
Getting caught on the curbs a bit much. Spent a bit too much ERS as well. I'm having to jot it down to medium. Not my finest lap, but let's see where that gets us. P2! Wow! That was not my finest lap. I genuinely think we could have done a little bit better there. Maybe an extra tenth or two was in that, but I'll take a P2.
And
what did it take to beat us? Oh, wow.
Over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow.
Well, on second thoughts, I think even if I did put in the best possible lap, I don't think we would have beaten Leclerc still. You know, I had some minor mistakes, like getting caught on the curb and stuff, but that's our best quali position of the season. P2, not bad at all, and it's against the man that actually beat us in the Belgian sprint last season, so a nice little rematch there. Sonoda did well, so it looks like the Aston just seems to be really good on the straights, it really seems. So I'm excited for tracks like Baku and Vegas, for sure. Feel like we're in for some really good results. Monza as well, really good results could be coming our way for those particular tracks, but yeah, a very strong result out of sprint qualifying. Now it's time to get into the sprint race. We're definitely going up a lot slower in terms of like rating, so we're definitely going to fail the contract for this season, that's for sure. But we're leaving Aston Martin at the end of the season anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. Okay. Yeah, so this one will be transitioning into wet conditions, so I really don't know what's going to happen. It's only 5 laps. So the conditions, they can't change that drastically, right? Again, it's only 5 laps. Pretty much the size of an online race, well, most online races anyway, so it can't be that bad. I don't even think there's enough laps for a safety car, whatever happens. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be on softs. Even if it starts raining, right? Can't be that much of an issue. I'm intrigued. I'm actually really intrigued. I didn't expect there to only be 5 laps, but we did move it down to 35% races since we're live streaming now, instead of recording and editing, where I obviously prefer 50% because the races feel a lot more fleshed out that way. And it's more to make content on, whereas this, we're just racing to race. Just playing the career mode for fun. And obviously I don't want to be doing really long races at like 50% plus, because that's a bit grueling. Especially on stream. It's not my thing.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint.
Okay. Mate, I can't wait to get my hair washed after this stream.
Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track's a great one for fans of pure speed, and the average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles per hour.
Wow.
Let's run you through the driver.
I think there was a couple of grid penalties, but nobody really needs to care about.
A man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y, or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Yeah, right, it's soft. Both strategies are soft. There's just no point doing anything else. Okay. Yeah, I think we could keep the fuel load as is. There's no real point in doing much else. We'll be, full pelt. Oh my god, Leclerc on the mediums. Right, he's lost. It's only 5 laps. What is the point in going on the mediums, guys? Come on. What the hell? They're just practically giving me the win here, it seems. I mean, obviously tyre wear might be dreadful, but it's only 5 laps, you know? So does that really matter at the end of the day? I don't know why Yuki's got on mediums, that's not good.
Radar suggests some weather's going to hit in around 5 minutes' time, so stay on your toes.
Interesting. That's about 2.5 laps around Spa. Interesting. But that means we have the advantage anyway, because the soft tyres have the most grip. Even at that stage of the Grand Prix, I think. Or rather, sprint. And it's again, it's only 5 laps, so like, what's the point? What's the point in going on anything other than the softs? I don't get it. We'll see what happens, though. I'm excited to see what happens with the weather, but even then I think it will only be intermediate conditions. It's not going to be raining fully until literally quali. Right. Tyres are cold. That's because of the weather. That might give us a disadvantage because the AI is always at perfect temperature, unfortunately.
Okay, incredible parking there. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts.
Definitely AI with the advantage, but soft tyres are soft tyres. It won't take long to warm up as we are underway, and obviously we got a better launch. Here we go. And we can immediately get right in front of Leclerc and probably run away with it. Hopefully before the weather hits. Here comes Leclerc with a bunch of overspeed, with the slipstream as well. But we're not going to have any trouble whatsoever. Especially with all the extra grip we have. To be fair, I think 50% is only like 8 laps anyway, so it's not that much different. Piastri's already overtaken Tsunoda. Tsunoda's going to be in a lot of trouble on those mediums, but to be fair, Piastri's on the mediums as well. Top four's already gapped them lot anyway, so I think Piastri tried overtaking Tsunoda side by side into a corner because they've definitely lost speed. But yeah, look at all that extra grip we have over Leclerc. I've just realised my controller, I'm using the one that's got stick drift. Don't know if you guys noticed, my car did a little twitch to the left, which is annoying, but it is what it is.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Right, so any time from now between now and the next lap. Sorry, my fucking controller's pissing me off. Or this joystick. But any time between now and within the next lap, rain is going to hit the track. You can already tell it's going overcast. Norris has overtaken Leclerc. Now we're going to have a little bit more competition as he's on the softs. Not started raining just yet. They did say around 5 minutes time. Around 5 minutes has definitely passed. Here comes Norris though, getting really close. He's not going to try and overtake the Furo Rouge, right? I think he debated it. Yeah, we have enough ERS to be fine. I am struggling with this stick drift though, I bet. I might actually, I mean, I mean, I might struggle with this stick drift because there's a lot of straights here and the car wants to twitch left, or rather the controller wants to twitch my car left, which isn't nice. I'll have to buy a new controller this year. Going to be under a lot of pressure from Norris now till the end of the race. Sainz has overtaken Leclerc. Yeah, why did he go on the mediums, man?
By 5.1 seconds.
What is wrong with them? What is wrong with the AI? No rain just yet, still. I think Sainz might overtake Norris. Is that to defend against Norris, against Sainz, I mean. So that gives us a bit of an advantage. No more DRS for them. Tyre wear is high, so you can see why they went on the mediums, but I also can't, because it's only 5 laps, so it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Sonoda's in P6 though, so that's a decent, well, not a decent amount of points, it's only the sprint. But it's a points haul at least. Don't know where Albon is, so we'll definitely be scoring more points than Williams.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
There's the rain. Last lap though. Didn't hit nearly as early as I thought it might. But not like it matters anyway, because we are going to win this race. Our first race win of the season. It is only the sprint, but it's a win nonetheless.
Now we can fight.
Now we can fight indeed. That's a big win for us.
Yes, mate, I'll take that.
Norris and Leclerc still a bit too close for
Really
comfort
happy with the
though.
podium down here, so well done. Yes.
Especially Norris only scoring 1 less point than us. I think that might mean Norris takes over the lead of the championship or gets really close to Leclerc anyway. Let's have a look, shall
Well,
we?
that's an end to the sprint action.
2
Next
points
up,
for
we'll
Yuki.
set the
We
grid
ended
for
up
the
losing
Grand Prix.
P6.
So we'll see you next time.
But a point is a point. 2 points are points. So, yeah, there you go. That's not too bad. Right. So, Norris does get closer to Leclerc, but not close enough to really matter. We only gain a point on Norris. We gain a few points on Leclerc, though, so it does bunch up a little bit, but we still need bigger points hauls than that, that's for sure. But we do gain points on Williams. That's the important thing. So, well, the important thing for us is the driver standings. The constructors, we got close last season. We're definitely not winning it here, but yeah, keeping P3 is still going to be a good thing, since Williams are pretty strong this season, it seems. But anyway, now it is time to get into Grand Prix qualifying. So this is where it really, really matters. And we got P2 in the sprint, and I did think that was a pretty shaky lap. Oh, it won't matter anyway, because quali is in the wet. It's on the same day as the sprint, so I really don't know how this is going to go. We'll see, but I don't know if it will get worse throughout the session either.
High-speed straights, heady elevation changes.
You've already told me about all this. Okay, right. I don't know if we're meant to be on the inters or the wets. It seems to be inter conditions, though. Well, just in case the rain gets worse, let's go out right
Track
now.
is wet right now. Feel your way around the conditions before you start pushing the car.
6 viewers. What's up, guys? Got our first race win of the season, though it was only the sprint, so it's not proper, but a win is a win. As the reigning champion, it has took us over half a season to get a win after we turned up the difficulty, but you know what? It's definitely been a lot more interesting of a season, that's for sure. Last season we were so consistent and everyone was so inconsistent, we won the championship quite easily. Even though we never really qualified that well. My qualifying form was pretty much the same last season as it was here. But things were just a bit easier. Now though, with the field bunching up as well, with the balancing out the field thing that we're doing, it's really interesting. Don't know if we'll be able to keep the championship this year, but we are still in it. Quite a ways off of Norris and Leclerc because those two seem to be pretty consistent, but at least we don't have to be too worried about Piastri and Verstappen right now. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we spend a bit too much ERS on these laps. Should probably turn it down to medium in the slower speed sections, that's for sure. But there's the deploy used. Just in time for this corner, but we're not going to get an acceleration out of this one. Still a good lap, 156.4, not bad. But we should probably do a little bit better. We still have another lap to go though, so not bad.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
What is he doing? Yuki Tsunoda sets the fastest lap. Let's go. Okay, we might need to pack a little bit more fuel. Not that it matters actually, it's only the in lap where we run out. Oh, I've just killed a man. Okay. That was a decent first lap. Apparently we could have done better though if Yuki's lap was anything to go by. I don't know how much better.
I'd take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
No shit. Oh my god. Quite a while off. So we'll have to do a lot better this time round. That's for sure. There's no real point in taking a new set of inters. But I don't think it's an issue. I think the race is fully sunny anyway. Like this, by the time, I don't know, man. Is it worth? Nah, not really. I think we'll keep it as is. But let's maybe pack a little bit more fuel than this. I think, yeah, just a little bit more. 2.7 should be just fine. It's not looking good for us though. The AI in the wet in this game has always been not the greatest. Okay. Wait till everybody goes out.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
Right, here's where it matters most. We need to have a much better lap this time round. I think we lost a lot of time on like the last part. So we should definitely use a lot less ERS in the first half of the lap. Just so we can make up the time in the latter half. And maybe jot it down to medium in the slower section so we're saving more.
Three minutes to go.
Okay. I don't want to make it around the circuit too quick, lest we run into some drivers on our lap. Jack Doohan sets the fastest lap with a 152.
Looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
Oh yeah, it's drying. Track is definitely drying. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's transitional conditions, so that's where the AI is at their strongest. So I'm a bit worried now.
And that's P13, P13.
Alright, here we go. Yep, track is definitely drying big time. Alright, here we go. Lots of time gain, so I've got no idea where this could end up.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P13.
Once again, all deploy used.
Fantastic,
Where does that put us though?
you've got
Pole position! Let's go, man. I think that we had the advantage of like the track drying up a lot quicker for us in general. Being the last car on the circuit definitely really helps there. But that's our first pole position in a very, very long time. I can't even recall the last time we got a pole position on this game. But there you go. Awesome. And by quite a bit as well. Jack Doohan in the Alpine P2. What? What? Wow. Verstappen in P3, Norris P4, Leclerc P5. Yuki's in P9. But yeah, Jack Doohan, probably one of the last cars on circuit. 2 seconds quicker than Max Verstappen. So most of the AI went out so early. Oh my god. That might be the strangest qualifying ever. But we managed to get pole position out of it, which is a big, big deal for us. I wonder how Doohan's going to do then. Like, when was the last time Doohan scored points in this career mode? I do not remember. I don't even think he has any points. So, to go from that to, you know, P2 on the front row of the Belgian Grand Prix, that is absolutely insane for him. Great timing for him. Great timing for myself as well. I didn't think it was going to be that dramatic, though. But yeah, let's have a look at Doohan. Yeah, Jack Doohan's got 0 points. What about Season 2? Yeah, he had 0 points in Season 2 as well. I remember Doohan got some points in Season 1. He only got 3. That's crazy. He got 2 points in Zandvoort, and I remember him getting a point in the China Sprint. I didn't think he was that bad though. He's only scored 3 points in this entire career mode. That's actually insane. Wow. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. Well, let's see if he's going to get the biggest points haul of his career. God knows how he's still in that Alpine seat, only scoring 3 points in 3 seasons. That's insane. But yeah, here we go. 15 laps of Spa, sunny conditions. Let's see what happens. We're on pole position for the first time in, like, well, definitely the first time this season. So let's see if we can get our first race win of the season. We managed to do it in the sprint. Let's see if we can convert it in Grand Prix conditions. We don't actually have that many Grand Prix to go to the end of the season. I only started this season this month. I forgot how quickly we go through seasons when streaming. It's crazy.
Welcome then, as we take a step back into the nostalgic golden days of motorsport. Spa is unashamedly a throwback, and all the better for it. Climbs, drops, sharp turns, chicanes, sweeping high-speed corners, all while taking in some of the most beautiful scenery that Europe has to offer. This might sound like a travel brochure, but it's not. It's a race day. Welcome along to Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps.
Yeah, we know. Heard this in the sprint.
My old friend, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, you know, rule number 1, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you, and yes, the cars can vary in setup from race to race and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do, and it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
Well, we're looking pretty strong as a team in the last few Grand Prix, as the tracks benefit us a lot more.
Don't let me down.
I think for the first quarter, or most of the first half of the season, they were very technical tracks, and this car is it's a boat. The Aston Martin in F125 is a complete boat. It doesn't matter what you do to it. So now that we're getting onto tracks that are more about speed, the Aston seems to be improving tenfold. So that's great. Yeah, I think I'm fine with the softs. If they perform as well as they did during the sprint, we'll only be at like 20, 30, maybe 40% out of push by the time we go into the mediums. So, yeah, that's cool. Fuel load wise, I usually only have about 2 laps more. So, yeah, we'll go with that. 17.5. Well, 2 laps more we usually have, but I don't know. It's a lot of straights, isn't it? I think I will play it safe. We're starting on pole position anyway. We can always defend it. But we're going to be burning through a lot of fuel here. So, yeah. Wow, look at that Alpine. Jack Doohan, only 3 points in 3 seasons in this career mode. Not even in the seat in real life. But he is on the front row with us for the Belgian Grand Prix. That's crazy, man. I mean, they might put him back in the seat. Who knows? I think they were originally planning to, but they didn't for some reason. Maybe Colapinto was doing well enough. Who knows? Curious to see how Alpine do this season.
At the moment, no rain currently expected.
It's just going to be an exciting season, man. 2026. I can't wait. I can't wait for the game as well, or at least the DLC. It's going to be exciting, man. I don't know what I want to do for the career mode. A lot of this is honestly my plans for F1 24 that I never got to do because that game was dreadful and I binned it. Or rather, I just uninstalled it. I didn't have it physically. But, yeah, my original plan for F1 24 was Williams, then move to Aston Martin, and then move to one of the top teams after that. And we're still doing that here, except instead of Williams, obviously since I did that in F1 24, we started at V-Carb instead. I don't know what we're going to do for the next team. We're not having any secret meetings right now. We've had a couple, one from Williams and McLaren, neither of which I was interested in for this career mode. I do support Williams though, so we'll definitely be joining them for F1 26. I don't think I'll start with Williams though. We'll probably start with Audi. We've been waiting for Audi for years, so definitely want to start there, and then I'll probably end up at Williams after that. But because of the fact that it's only going to be a DLC for this game, I think we'll do one recorded season, and then we'll go to like this. We'll do streams like this for the rest of the year. Alright, here we go.
Superb parking there, mate.
Line up a bit diagonally so we can cut off doing as quick as possible.
Okay, so
Not that we'll need to, he's only in an Alpine. I think he's going to struggle.
Watch for those lights.
Alright, here we go. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, Doohan doesn't get off to the greatest of starts. Going to immediately get in front of him. Leclerc looking to go down the inside of Verstappen. There's contact between the Ferraris. Oh my god, Leclerc. What a Ferrari doing, man. No way that was a part of the plan. Verstappen, I think Verstappen took damage. I don't know, man. Doohan already struggling. But here comes Leclerc. Looking to make up for that sprint race fiasco, but man, at the expense of his teammate, it's not looking good for Verstappen this season. Definitely, probably one of Verstappen's, if not the most difficult season he's had in his career. Let's see if we can keep this lead then. Doohan's already slowing up the pack behind Leclerc, so I guess it's just me and Leclerc. Leclerc's going to try and go around the outside. Bit of contact there. Leclerc is being really aggressive. My god, Charles.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Alright, here we go. Let's get that position back. I did not think he was going to be this aggressive. He really wants to win that championship this season. He's waited long enough. And he's far away from Norris, who's only in P5. Thought about a dive bomb. We're not getting close to him though. I did not think Leclerc was going to be this quick. Yeah, I seem to be pretty fast in this section, so I'll use more ERS. DRS means fucking nothing in this game, man. Look at the amount he gained. He doesn't even have DRS, bro. Oh, fucking piss off. This game pisses me off so bad. The AI acceleration, man. I hate it with a burning passion. That's why turning up the AI difficulty has probably been a bad decision at the end of the day. But yeah, we're really going to struggle against Leclerc now. He's just going to gap us. We don't even need DRS to get past us. It's crazy.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
Yeah, look at that time gain. That's insane, man. Fucking hell. It just ruins races in this game, I won't lie.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
I might pit earlier onto mediums, to be fair. Just to maybe get an undercut on him. Well, we're not catching up to him, that's for sure. Alright, P2 is still pretty good. Let's just try and limit the damage as much as we can. It might be because of fuel load, I don't know, but I didn't want to put too little in. Alright, Verstappen's now catching up. Ferrari just look absolutely rapid here. Right, I think
Okay, we can take you this lap.
get an undercut in, try and gain some time on Leclerc. Yeah, look at that fucking time gain Leclerc gets. That acceleration out of here is fucking dreadful. My God. Alright, let's get in the pits. Oh my God. Okay. Onto the mediums it is. 10 laps.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Okay.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, mate, our fuel usage rate is higher than we need it to be, so please let's try and back off a little bit and make it last.
No.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag ahead. That's Ocon off track. I don't think that causes a safety car though. Which is lucky because I have it on increased. So I don't know if that was... Yeah, that's him spinning out. But he got off track, so that's good. Oh, Hadjar, I wanted to be on your left because I know you're pitting. Oh, no, he's not. He's not pitting. Okay. Well, who's that in the pits right now? Is that Leclerc? Yeah, that's Leclerc.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Cool, right. Let's get a few cars in between me and Leclerc. We managed to undercut him. That's the important thing. Tried to slow down enough to have Antonelli fight Leclerc, but I don't think it's going to happen. It might actually. Antonelli's putting up quite the fight. Leclerc came out on top, unfortunately. There's a bunch of cars ahead of us though. We'll see what we can do here. I need to put as much time between me and Leclerc as possible.
Car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Oh, they're staying out for another lap. Okay.
Okay,
Why is
Yuki
Bortoletto
is
fighting
coming
me
in for
so
a stop
hard?
now.
Piss off.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 6.4 seconds.
Didn't mean that. Yeah, mate, Bortoletto, why? Chill out, bro. Like, I thought he was fighting me so hard because he was trying to, like, turn into me to, like, pit. But he's clearly not doing that. So why is he fighting me so hard? We're in completely different fucking leagues, mate. Just let me pass. You're just slowing yourself up. Anyway, hopefully you can slow up Leclerc now. Come on. That's beautiful. There we go, past both Mayer and Hulkenberg. Next up is Gasly. Behrman looks to be quite ahead of Gasly. I don't know where Gasly actually qualified. But these guys are staying out pretty long, considering what me and Leclerc did. I guess they want to go mediums to softs. But Leclerc is now being held up by the Kick Saubers and the Red Bulls, so... I'm using way too much ERS just trying to keep up with these guys in acceleration sections. There goes Gasly into the pits. The other Ferraris just come out. Leclerc's still going to be stuck behind Bortoleto. That gives us plenty of time to just drive. I think a similar thing happened last season as well, where we were second and then got the undercut in. Oh no, Leclerc was chasing us down. And then, for some reason, Ferrari prioritised Verstappen, who was not in the lead for in the fight for the lead. Why is speaking of Verstappen, why has he gone onto the hards in a 15-lap race? What on earth is going on? The AI are so bizarre around Spa. I don't get it. But anyway, do you really think Verstappen's going to let Leclerc pass after what happened at turn 1? Was that this race or was that the sprint? I don't remember, but it's going to get pretty interesting between those two. But yeah, wow, Leclerc lost a lot of time because of all those cars that we put in the middle of us, so that's major, that's big. And we only need to stay ahead for 6 laps. Leclerc is not going to make up that time. It's nearly 8 seconds.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
There's Bortoleto into the pits. Let's see how far behind Leclerc is. Yeah, he's pretty far behind. Wait, when did he overtake Verstappen? When did that happen? Wait, was he always in front? Oh, God. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, I thought that was Verstappen. My bad. Okay, Leclerc is not that far away from us after all. I genuinely just wasn't looking at P2. You guys watching me right now must think I'm so blind. I was just looking at Verstappen. I thought we'd put enough cars in between us, but no, Leclerc's got 3 seconds to catch up to us. So let's see what we can do to stay in front. Obviously, we want to save as much ERS as possible. We spent way too much in the first stint, so let's try and make up for it here. Already getting a decent amount of tyre wear.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Norris is nowhere to be seen. It's going to be a big points haul for us versus Norris. Leclerc, on the other hand, looks to be the favourite for the title this season.
Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Leclerc's definitely making up more time on us than I thought he would. It's not good. I feel like we'll have enough ERS by the time he gets up to us to defend pretty well, so it shouldn't be too bad.
There appears to be an issue. We're currently investigating.
What issue? Wouldn't be a mechanical failure. Oh, it's ERS related,
Yes, mate, we
I
hit
think.
the target. Nice work.
I don't know.
Systems all looking good. Head down.
Why? Okay, whatever. I don't know what the issue is. Leclerc's gained time on us though, so there was some kind of issue. I can tell you what I have here though as an issue. Fucking stick drift on my left joystick. Piastri's past Verstappen. Russell's in P5, so Norris is even further back than I thought. Which is crazy. Yeah, Leclerc's gaining fast. I could really use a safety car or something right now. There was a yellow flag down that back
No
straight.
need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Hulkenberg's out. Leclerc is only getting faster and faster. Look at how much time they gain out of there. That's crazy. I'm going to defend so fucking aggressively on this section. If Leclerc ends up crashing out, don't blame me. I blame the AI because, my God, this is just cheating. That's what it is. To gain that much time, fuck off. Literally just cheating at this point.
12.9 seconds.
Good chance Leclerc will overtake us here.
Caution, caution. Okay, clear.
Bit dirty there, but we've kept it. I don't want to slow down too much actually, because then that'll bring other people into the fight. I do really feel like the AI is cheating here though. Don't even think about it. The amount of time they gain there is fucking ridiculous. I might have to turn the difficulty down to be honest, because it is getting a bit ridiculous. In the corners it's absolutely fine. but the speed on the straights, my god. Makes me miss F123, honestly.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
What the fuck? How have I taken that much damage from that? That's crazy. Look at the amount of speed he gets. Jesus. Get off that track, boy. Right, we're going to need a lot more ERS to work with here. They just get so much speed, it's actually broken. It should be fucking impossible, the acceleration they get. Like, I understand being quicker than me, but that much quicker? Like, it's fine on that back straight, but... Well, on the straight that we just did, but this next one, no fucking way, because you don't even have DRS, and yet it feels like they do. Right, I think we could let Leclerc pass, just to get DRS off of him.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Here we go. Let him go in front. Ultra aggressive with him there.
Nice move, good job.
Come on. Let's just bring it home now. Look at the amount of speed they're getting there, Jesus. Yeah, this difficulty is going down. I've been dealing with this every race. I think 102 really was the limit. But I figured because we won the championship by so far last season, you know, I thought, I think we'd be fine to turn it up a little bit more. Nah, I think we'll put it back down to 102, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, look at this shit. Anyway, here we go. Round the final corner. And finally, we get our first win of the season. Whew.
Now we can fight.
Had to deal with some crazy AI shenanigans, but we got it done.
You worked hard for that one. Congratulations, well done.
That difficulty is definitely going down, for sure. And for the first time this season, we actually don't get Driver of the Day. That's mainly because we finished and started and finished first.
But they've done so in spectacular style.
Our first win of the season.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them. And excited to see what more they can do.
Well, we had to deal with some shenanigans on the way there from the AI, but we'll turn the difficulty down and hopefully we don't deal with it as much.
And what a special race this was to see them earn that top spot.
Nice. All right. Well, now we can properly fight for this championship. Norris was nowhere near the top 5. Well, I think he might have been P6. I have got no idea where he was, but that's going to be a big hit for Norris in the championship. Leclerc gets P2, so he'll still be leading the championship. He's the man to catch. We'll see what we can do. All right.
It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Well, we are now joint on points with Lando Norris. Leclerc still has a pretty healthy lead of 12 points ahead in the championship, but that's not that much considering we have sprint weekends after this as well. I don't know if Baku has one. I know Brazil. I don't even know if Brazil has one. I have no idea what sprint weekends we've got. I just know we do have them. But yeah, we are still in this championship fight. That was a big weekend for us. Again, some AI shenanigans with the amount of acceleration that they were gaining out of certain corners was absolutely vile, in my opinion. And I think this is the breaking point. We've been dealing with it all season. I wanted to turn the difficulty up for that reason, but I think now we'll reset it back to 102 and go from there. But nearly a 92 overall. Recognition's gone back up to 61%. That's good. But that is it for this weekend, and that is it for episode 50. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching throughout this series. We will be continuing this probably tomorrow as we go into, I think, Zandvoort Reverse. So that'll be an interesting weekend. We actually won that last time out, but we'll speak more on that later. We've got a secret meeting. Let's see who this is with. It's with Ferrari. They are not happy with Max Verstappen. I don't know, man. Yeah, they're not happy with Max Verstappen. We could have talks with Ferrari. It would certainly be interesting, that is for sure. But I'm going to decline because I don't like that livery. I don't like the HP. Get rid of HP and maybe I'll think about it.
You've been so loyal, declining all these meetings. They wanted me to tell you that they see you as key to the team going forward. Just don't get too comfy, otherwise I'll be out of a job.
Yeah. Shut up. So that might have been our final secret meeting of the season. I don't know. We've still got quite a big chunk of the season to go. And I don't know what teams will be available to us after this season. But that's a story for another day. Not another guy. I am that guy. But another day, we'll find that out. So guys, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this episode of F125 Driver Career. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time for some more F125. Peace.